Hello, happy Sunday. I made it. I wasn't going to come on live because I have so much to do, but I really wanted to. I was in the mood. What is up? Hello. Hello, Carlos. Hello, numero 7. Hello, Robert. Good to see you. Good to see you. And hello, all new viewers, all new subscribers, returning viewers, all of the above. Hello, welcome. I am Melly. We're going to be covering part 3 of Stephan Sterns' emails. We've been reading through emails from 2024 between Stephan and his parents. And so we're going to read the last part. So if you haven't caught up, make sure you watch part 1 and part 2. And this is part 3. We'll be done with them tonight, I believe. So I'm going to try to get through them. Thank you, Robert. Let's get started. I was excited to finish these. OT was good. Yeah, I did. I ended up working. I had a busy day. I had a really busy day today. But I'm here. We're going to do this live, and then we might do another hangout one after this. So let's get started. We left off on I'm getting anxious. The negative energy, this place has started to affect me. If you don't know who Stephan Sterns is, he is a man looking at the death penalty for murdering Madeline Soto last year. His girlfriend's daughter. Let's get started. 8/1/2024. And this is from the dad, Chris, to Stephan. He says there was a soft drink shown with the meal as part of it. Did you get it? Dad will transfer. Oh, so this is probably mom. Dad, did you get it? Dad will transfer some funds to your commissary soon. I hate that your life has turned out this way. Remember that old saying, a single event on a single day of a single week will affect you the rest of your life. This is what this is. That first bad decision leading to that first event doesn't wipe out the good you've done for people, doesn't change you, the person you are capable of being. But honestly, this is a long, rough road you are traveling on. We will be here to support you in any way we can, but you still have to walk the road, and I hope God is walking next to you. Don't blow smoke and tell me you're praying or that you ask for forgiveness. If you haven't, it is between you and God, and I truly want him in your corner. Placing the calzone meal order for next Thursday. I hope it is as good as you expect, and I'm really sorry the sour candies didn't reach expectations. Do they have Starlight Mints or cinnamon candies? You and your sweet tooth. Brushing those pearly whites, I hope. Not a great dental plan where you are. I'm glad they are going to supplement your nutrition. You are dangerously thin for your height and build. Keep working on your physical and mental health. Enjoy the books. A new Crichton book will roll out in November. I've pre-ordered it for you, about Egypt and the tombs. Sounds good. Dad just transferred some money into the commissary account. More to come later in the week. Again, much love, hugs from afar, and know we are still your family. Mom. Yes, R.I.P. Maddie. His parents are delusional. Wow. Yeah. This is business record certification. Okay, so these are some of the covers for the book. Of the books he's been getting. Breakthrough. I want to make a list of these and read them. Is that weird? Leap. Catalyst. The Andromeda Strain. The backs of the books. Rising Sun. Ready Player 2. I've not read any of these. Likes a lot of, is that right? Crichton or is it Crichton? I'm a reader. I just haven't heard of this author, but I'll have to look at him because he gets a lot of books by him. Oh, the Lord of the Rings series. Ready Player 1. Gary Brander. Oh, the Howling Trilogy. Card games. Dragon Teeth. Sphere. Sudoku. I love me some Sudoku. Timeline. Hey, MJB. Good to see you. Good to see you. I didn't even look through this. There might not even be any more emails after this. So we might be done. Oh, there isn't. So I just did this live for no reason, basically. I'm going to read another document, though. The witness of the state of Florida. Custodian of records. What is this? A witness subpoena. August 8th, 2024. State attorney investigation. Who is this to? You're directed to appear before the honorable judge. Oh, is it to Stephan Sterns? Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. You must bring the subpoena. I guess it's to Stephan. Why would they need to be subpoenaing him if he's already an inmate? I guess it's for him. Americans with Disabilities. Okay, let me get to the other document. It's weird how these perverts try to live normal life behind bars. You know, I don't think it's going to go well for him. Mel is at it again. I am at it again. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go well for him. I really don't. I hope it doesn't. I want to read. Hold on, I'm pulling up the next document. Sorry. I am at it again. We're just doing a short live because clearly, sorry, I'm reading. I can't find the other document that I wanted to read. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is part 2. I'm at it again. We're going to do another live after this, like a hangout live. If you know, you know. Oh, here we go. Why is that not coming up? What the heck? Now the document's not wanting to open. Oh, here we go. Okay. This is a case supplement report. We're going to read through it. This is about the day of the crime. Who are you covering next? Yes. So I wanted to make sure I finished reading these emails because we are covering, well, I'm going to do a recap on Diddy. And then we're going to do, I have Suzanne Morphew most of the week. I got really good stuff on that case. We're really going deep. We're deep diving that for sure. And then I have another case that I'm ready to talk about, a new case. And I actually have some shorts coming out as well. I've been working on that. So we have lots of stuff coming by, and I'll still be doing Melly After Darks and all of that. Okay, so let's read this case supplemental report. We haven't read this one, or maybe we have, but maybe I read it a really long time ago. If you're not familiar with the Stephan Sterns case, I have a whole playlist on it, so make sure. Well, it's the Madeline Soto case, but involving Stephan Sterns. Hey, Amber. Hey, abuelitas. It doesn't show your live again. What? Why is YouTube playing me like this? Busy. Yes, but I'm ready. I just been slacking because your girl's working until I find a sugar daddy. I'm sorry, abuelitas. That sucks. Probably didn't notify people that I was here. Okay, so this is a case supplemental report. 6/21/2024. Investigator Cabral. It occurred 2/25, so the day Maddie went missing. My original supplement, I incorrectly marked the dates of the events as to occurring in March instead of February. The supplement was completed to address the discrepancy. On February 28th, 2024, I was contacted by Major Crimes Detective Morris and Detective Corporal Ilgen in regard to a homicide case. I was provided you guys are going to get a background of the Maddie Soto case if you're not familiar with this supplement report. I was provided 2 vehicle license plates for vehicles that were suspected to be involved in the case on February 26, 2024 and February 27, 2024 on a silver Lincoln and a redacted on a white Nissan, both Florida plates. I ran both vehicles through our Vigilant license plate reader query and they received several hits. Utilizing the LPR hits as a point of reference, I began to generate a driving profile for the listed above vehicles. Later, when provided with video surveillance from redacted apartment complex, the starting and end point of the vehicle's travel, those dates and times were added into the profile. I also provided these profiles to investigative analyst Monica with the Orange County Sheriff's for use in timeline construction with the Orange County's video resources. So they're talking about Stephan Sterns and the route he took in the car he drove that morning when Maddie went missing. Because if you don't know, he allegedly took her to McDonald's and dropped her off at school, but she was already unalived, and he went to drop her body off on the side of the road. So the chronological profile for the silver Lincoln Bay in Florida, which I observed through a combination of apartment complex cameras, traffic cameras, and LPR cameras, is as follows. I'm going there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. On February 26th, a silver Lincoln MKZ with the white tag is observed on the workshop camera of the complex. A male exits the vehicle and throws something into the complex dumpster. The male is wearing a red shirt and tan pants. The vehicle leaves through the east gate at the complex. A silver Lincoln MKZ enters the complex through the east gate of the complex. The driver appears similar to the male seen earlier at the dumpster. At 10:54 hours, the silver Lincoln MKZ again parks by the workshop near the complex dumpster. The male exits the vehicle, now wearing a blue shirt, and again throws something into the complex dumpster. So this is when Stephan Sterns was getting rid of evidence, and he dumped it in the dumpster. If you want to see those pictures, like I said, I do have a playlist, and I have crime scene photos and stuff. So make sure you can see all of this. He threw her school computer laptop away. There was a crock missing. There was all kinds of stuff missing and thrown away in there. At 11:03 hours, a silver Lincoln is observed passing the intersection of San Sebastian and San Vital within the complex. The vehicle then exits the complex through the main gate. At 11:56 hours, a silver Lincoln MKZ enters through the rear gate of the complex with a male driver consistent with the driver on the previous recordings. Are we still proving his complicity? Oh, he's complicit. At 12:44 hours, a silver Lincoln MKZ again exits the rear gate of the complex. As I had a later LPR hit in the St. Cloud area, I tracked the vehicle through the intersection. I had available traffic cameras through each intersection. As these cameras are overhead views, I utilize marker vehicles and the time frame of the vehicle passing each intersection to locate the vehicle at each new location. The approximate times and locations of the corresponding intersection crossing are as follows. So he goes, okay, these are all where he went. Dyer Boulevard, North Emory, LPR hit tag at St. Cloud's, Memorial Highway. So these are just all the places where his car was, where there was a hit for his car. I could not locate the vehicle continuing to travel along this eastbound path at future intersections, so I checked for surrounding cameras to where the vehicle was last observed. I located a similar size, style, and color vehicle past Creative Inspirations camera facing Old Hickory Tree Drive, just south of 13th Street. I believe Old Hickory is where she was found, if I'm not mistaken. The vehicle passed a location which would correlate with the last intersection passed and the time frame. I did not have access to any cameras further along this path of travel. He's done for. Absolutely. He needs to be done for. He's a disgusting monster. Hey, CW, good to see you. Watching forward, I locate the vehicle return northbound on Old Hickory Tree Drive and turn west on 13th Street in the apparent return path at 14:11:30 hours. The vehicle now had a spare tire on the rear driver's side. So he got a flat tire when he was dropping off the body, dumping her body. They're saying he pulled over and had the body in the car. I'm not exactly sure, or that he maybe got a flat tire dumping her on the side of the road, because it was in like a wooded area, foresty area, I believe. You can go see the pictures. That's disgusting if he had her body in the car while this was all happening. Disgusting. Okay, so this is where his car gets caught again. All these places right here. 13th Street. The vehicle is then observed returning through the rear gate of the redacted apartment complex. At 15:24 hours, the Lincoln MZ returns to the workshop area where the same male again throws some items into the dumpster. He leaves, then immediately returns at 15:28 hours with more items to throw away. He then returns again to throw items into the dumpster. Similarly, I developed a vehicle movement profile for the white Nissan with the license plate redacted. I also reviewed the apartment complex camera footage for travel times. Based on the LPR hit on the Nissan on 2/27/2024 at St. Cloud Commons and another on Academy Drive, the same path that Lincoln took, I again followed the route of the vehicle using indicators on the trim package of the car, the travel times, and the marker vehicles. The white Nissan exits the complex utilizing the main gate. The vehicle follows the same path the Lincoln followed the previous day, with the exception of utilizing the front gate of the complex. I then watched for the vehicle return path at the Old Hickory Tree 13th Street intersection. I provided this data to Detective Morris and Detective Corporal for use in my investigation. The traffic camera video was made available through access by the City of St. Cloud. We're talking about Stephan Sterns. We're talking about, well, it's the Maddie Soto case, but Stephan Sterns and his emails. Okay, I have a clip that I want to play for you guys now regarding this case, because we're going to continue to cover it. This trial is going to be major. Major. I can't wait for this one and the Brian Kohberger trial. Do we think Stephan Sterns is going to get the death penalty? Do you guys remember, I wanted to make a point of this. Do you remember the officer who leaked the Madeline Soto photo? Do you guys remember this? It was a while ago. Someone leaked photos of her. Are we really? I think he'll plead guilty to save himself from the death penalty. I think he's going to throw Jen Sterns under the bus and spill the beans and all of that so he gets rid of the death penalty. Okay, so the detective was it an officer or detective? I don't know. Someone leaked the photo of Maddie Soto last year on Facebook when the crime first happened. So I'm going to play a clip, and then the officer who got arrested his name is Marcos Lopez, and he was the sheriff who I think was working on the case. And so I know people were saying that, is it possible that this could hurt Maddie Soto case, because if he ends up being corrupt, like, does that affect it? I'm like, no, it shouldn't affect it. What do you mean? Like, Stephan Sterns is a pig. They caught him with 100 million gigabytes of CSAM, by the way. He's looking at 60 charges of CSAM and an unaliving charge. He's looking at the death penalty. It's disgusting. I'm horrified. Okay, so I'm going to read this, and then we're going to watch a little 7-minute clip. She's been working a lot. He's playing. Let's see. Okay. This is from Yahoo. So this was this month, June 6th. A Florida sheriff is arrested in a racketeering investigation. Who is Marcos Lopez? Oh. Hold on. I don't know why it kicked me out of the document. Let me go back. I was about to start reading it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Who is Marcos Lopez? Florida Sheriff Marcos Lopez was arrested on June 5th, charged with racketeering in connection with an alleged massive gambling operation and public corruption scheme that generated more than $21 million in profits. The Osceola County Sheriff was charged with 1 count of racketeering and 1 count of conspiracy to commit racketeering, both second-degree felonies. Governor Ron DeSantis followed the arrest with an executive order suspending Lopez and replacing him with Christopher Blackmon, the Central Region Chief for the Florida Highway Patrol. This is a picture of Marcos Lopez. Marcos was born in Chicago and grew up in Central Florida, according to the now-removed biography on the Sheriff's County website. He enlisted in the Navy when he was 17. He served for 22 years on active duty in reserves, working as a linguist and training in explosive ordnance, counterterrorism, and supervising logistic operations. He supported Operation Iraqi Freedom, Noble Eagle, and Enduring Freedom as law enforcement specialist attached to the support group forwarded. He received a degree in criminal justice. For more than 16 years, he has served as firearms defensive tactics instructor while working as an investigator. Wow. That's him right there. Since 2019, he also operated a security consultant business that trains small businesses, churches, and nonprofits. How has Marco Lopez come under fire before? In December 2024, Lopez pleaded no contest to a civil infraction and agreed to pay $250 for posting a body of a dead body on his personal Instagram. So that's Maddie Soto. He posted a picture of her dead body on an Instagram and said it was an accident. I thought it was Facebook, but can you guys believe that? And then I'm just disgusted. The image was of a 13-year-old Madeline Soto who disappeared in February 2024 from her home in Kissimmee. Her body was found days later, and the boyfriend of the girl's mother was charged with her death. He only had to pay $250 for that? Did I read that right? What? Dude, he should have done time. That's ridiculous. After Lopez claimed on the on-air interview on a radio station that he didn't post the picture, even though the Osceola had already apologized for it, he was placed on the Brady list, a state list of the local law enforcement officers who may not be suitable witnesses in criminal cases due to past actions. If he's not able to show up for the Maddie Soto case, that this is going to be wild. As of June 6th, Lopez is still on the Brady list as having made false statements. Lopez, a Democrat, has claimed the move was politically based. In June of 2024, Lopez was accused of making lewd comments about a nude photo of a young female civilian in 2022. Former Deputy Samantha found the picture on the phone of her then boyfriend, former Deputy Alex Valentin, along with text messages reportedly of Valentin and Lopez exchanging such photos and commenting on them. He's a pig. He reminds me of Proctor. Wow. I didn't know this. Sanchez said she took a screenshot of the alleged conversation and later reported it to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement when she was fired, and what she said was retaliatory action after she told a female deputy about the conversation. Lopez has denied the accusations, and the FDL declined to investigate after further civilian employee failed to press charges. Lopez and the Osceola County Sheriff's Office were sued in January on behalf of a motorcyclist who was burned on more than 75% of his body after deputies fired a taser at him while he was filling up his motorcycle. What the heck? Lopez and the sheriff's office also came under scrutiny in 2022 after a 20-year-old was pew-pewed and killed by deputies, according to local television station. Authorities said the 20-year-old and the group he was with were accused of stealing pizza and Pokemon cards from a Target store. A grand jury declined to file charges in the case, according to WESH, but criticized the sheriff's office for its handling of the incident. The grand jury recommended policy and procedure changes for shootings involving. Okay, yeah, so we get it. We get it. He's not a good man. So Marcos likes the pictures. He posted the body of Maddie. Yeah, I hope this doesn't hurt the Maddie Soto case. That's really unfortunate. I'm kind of pissed off about that. I'm going to pull up the document. I have it, but let's watch a clip real quick. I have the document against him. He should lose his pension. Dude, he should lose it all. What? This is wild stuff. Okay. This is just a short clip.
But we begin today with the Osceola County Sheriff arrested on racketeering charges.
It begs the question of why would he do it? Why would a man who took an oath to uphold the Constitution and the laws of this great state break the law? And
we would like to know.
One day we will find out.
That was Belvin Perry, the former chief judge for Florida's 9th Judicial Circuit, talking about Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez. This was his booking photo, courtesy of the Lake County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Lopez arrested today, booked into the Lake County Jail on charges of racketeering and conspiracy to commit racketeering. There was a state investigation led by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and Homeland Security Investigations. And according to the Attorney General and the Office of Statewide Prosecution, they say it uncovered a criminal organization that was operating an illegal gambling enterprise centered mainly in Lake and Osceola counties, and that investigators say generated more than $21 million in illicit proceeds. This now is Christopher Blackman. He has been named to fill the position of Osceola County Sheriff after Governor DeSantis today issued an executive order suspending Sheriff Lopez from that position. Blackman here is the Central Region Chief for Florida Highway Patrol, now stepping in as Osceola County Sheriff. So a lot of questions here as this story continues to develop. We also wondered, how is he going to be treated in jail? What happens now to some other Osceola County cases? And what will this case against Lopez look like moving forward? Those were questions I posed to Judge Belvin Perry, just a little bit ago when we spoke.
It was shocking because your highest ranking law enforcement officer, along with other law enforcement officers, are charged with the responsibility of upholding the law. With that, you don't expect them to break the law. It is devastating.
I covered that
law
case.
Enforcement, and particularly devastating to the reputation of the Osceola County Sheriff's Office.
How will the sheriff be treated in jail? Will he be isolated from other inmates? Do you have any idea what that situation might be like?
He will be kept in isolation if he remains in jail from the rest of the inmates for his own safety.
Yeah, and we do know he was taken to Lake County and the jail there. Certainly an interesting situation, though. We want to dive in on what impact this could have on other cases, because we know there are a lot of other cases, obviously, that the sheriff's office is investigating, looking into some high-profile cases, including the Maddie Soto case. What does this mean for some of those?
What will happen will be basically centered around two things. One, whether any of those officers are involved in this particular case where the sheriff is involved in. The second part is that an officer's credibility will be put in jeopardy because it is only human nature that a jury would look at this and say, well, we got this deputy testifying from the Osceola County Sheriff's Department. Should we believe him? Particularly if it's just the officer's word alone and there's no corroborating evidence to back up with that officer. So it puts each and every law enforcement officer with a taint on them, and lawyers will say, you shouldn't believe them.
Well, and this is not the first issue we have seen with Sheriff Lopez. And so I think that credibility question would be something that defense attorneys could really kind of push and lean into.
Not only will they push and lean into it, you will see during the voir dire jury selection process, they will ask numerous questions about the believability and credibility of law enforcement officers, that they're just like anyone else. They will also ask, have you heard about the sheriff in Osceola County being arrested? And try to determine what effect, if any. And the problem is it stains the credibility of the fine men and women who wear the uniform. People now are going to look at them a little differently.
Does this hurt the Maddie Soto case and the push to try to get a conviction of Stephan Sterns in his two cases?
In that particular case, will it be raised? There's a slight possibility, but that case independently of itself shouldn't have any repercussions from this, because that's a pretty solid case. If it was just a sole deputy witnessing something where it was a one-on-one situation, somebody's going to try to create smoke about that, but it should not have any major effect.
I want to ask about this investigation involving the sheriff, and kind of where you think things go from here with this, and where I would imagine a prosecution would not move forward in Osceola County when trying to prosecute the Osceola County sheriff.
It wouldn't surprise me that as this case, based upon pretrial publicity, the defense does not file a motion for change of venue. Generally, what the court will go through, particularly if the prosecution objects to a change, is they would at least go through jury selection to see whether or not they can find people that can set aside whatever opinions they may have formed and decide the case based on the law and the evidence. And if they're able to get 6 people plus about 6 or 7 alternates, the case can be tried there. Or you can do what we did in Case Anthony case, go to another jurisdiction, select a jury and bring it back to Osceola County, or you can have it in another area altogether.
So certainly options, but there are definitely challenges when you're talking about prosecuting someone like the sheriff here.
It will not be an easy task to try that case in Osceola County, to put it simply.
Well, the sheriff expected to make his first appearance in court tomorrow morning in Lake County.
Okay. I really hope that it doesn't hurt Maddie's case. That sucks. I don't think it will. Like I said, he has, I'm going to pull up another document. He has a lot, they have a lot on Stephan Sterns. I don't even think they need stupid Jen Soto either, but whatever. He's suspended, released on bond, is what I'm reading right now. I was looking for the update. Oh, his wife was arrested as well. A judge set her bond at $400,000. That's wild. That's wild. Anyone who knows Lake County knows Lake County. What does that mean? Like, they're corrupt? They're like Canton? Is that what you mean? I'm not aware of Lake County, so I don't know. Okay, I was gonna read the document, but I can't find it. Oops, I should have been more prepared. Oh, let me see. The following statements being released by Osceola County. The sheriff is a separate constitutional officer apart from the county commission. However, that doesn't say anything. I thought he made a statement. Suspended Osceola Sheriff Marcos out on $1 million bond. He paid $1 million? Well, 10% of that? That's crazy. Yo, Governor DeSantis suspends, yeah. She was arrested Monday, the wife. His wife. Robin Lynn was arrested on Monday. Her arrest follows at Marcos Lopez, who was charged earlier with $21.6 million illegal gambling operation. That sucks. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. Buzzballs, yes, probably put the house up. Tweak City, really. Business as usual and corrupt cups abound. One bad apple tarnished the rest. Justice for Maddie Soto. I'm sick of these cops, dude. Okay, make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out. This was a short live regarding Maddie Soto. I will see you guys. We're going to do a hangout session after dark right after this. So I will meet you guys over there. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Tomorrow we will be doing an update on Diddy, continuing to cover Suzanne Morphew. Make sure you turn your notifications on. I know YouTube hasn't been notifying everyone, which sucks. So make sure you turn your notifications on. We will be live every day this week. We'll mention no names, but corruption at the very top of authority trickles right through enforcement. Right. I agree, Dodge. I will see you guys on Melly After Dark shortly after this. Thank you for being here. Again, justice for Maddie Soto. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. This case kind of makes me a little sad. Dirty verdict coming up. Dirty. Diddy. The light is, yeah, we're gonna, I wanted to cover Diddy right now, but it's a lot of reading and it's the weekend and I just want to hang out. So I will see you guys on the After Dark right after this, literally like 10 minutes after this. I'll catch you over there. Thanks for being here.